She asked, in which call did we talk about glute and hamstring strengthening? She said her quads definitely overpower every other muscle, and she felt it after her marathon last weekend. And so she's just asking, like, okay, what are some of the glute and hamstring strength stuff that she can do? We're going to merge that with Kim's question, which was her calves are killing her, even though she has already been doing foam rolling and lots of stretching. So let's talk a little bit about some movements, some stuff that you can do. First and foremost, before you even get to the glute and hamstring strengthening stuff, I would highly recommend some spinal mobility to separate spine and hips and hamstrings apart from one another. Basic spine stuff, starting with your segmental spine, right? So starting from tabletop, trying to tuck your tailbone and roll through your spine and round as much as you can. So maxing out that rounding. And then starting from your tailbone, untucking and working through your spine, rolling like a wave. So if I were to do a whole series of those and you were to film it from this angle and you were then to speed it up, what you should sort of see is this wave action, right? My spine sort of doing this wave action in both directions. And then if you do that and you find you sort of have this really great wave action, working in some of those hip circles that we've done. Now, noticing that as I do these, there's not a lot of locomotion through my spine. The analogy that I often teach in my yoga class or use in an FRC class is you have a whole tray of drinks, and we like to say martinis, right? Because those are the tippiest kind of cup. So as I move this hip around, nothing's happening in my upper body. And if I want to take this up a notch and see just how I'm doing, I'll take my opposite arm away, okay, as I make these circles. Notice they're nice and slow. We're not doing any of this, because then what wants to come along for the ride? My spine, right? Okay, so none of this jazz. It's super slow. Then we want to try and separate knees from hips, making sure that knees can rotate and they can flex and extend is going to be really important. So some of those basic knee movements, right? My heel is spiking into the floor and I'm pulling back. So automatically this hamstring turns on. So as you frame up this knee and let your whole lower leg rotate out, and then your whole lower leg rotate in, you're also gently pulling back. So you're teaching that knee to rotate under tension of the hamstring. Okay, that's sort of level 2 of this stuff. Next level strength stuff is going to be stuff you guys probably already know, especially for glutes, right? So bridges. So come on down, 2 feet, press up. They need to be slow and under control. That is really the name of the game. There's nothing here for you if you just keep doing this. Level 2 is you spike your heels into the floor and find that pull backwards ever so gently as you do the same action. So you could start here in bridge, and slowly I'm pushing down and out. So this eccentric is super important to strengthen your hamstrings under tension as they lengthen. And then right before the end, bum goes down, gently pull your heels back in, okay? If you find that you have really cranky calves, start at parallel, just on the regular floor, okay? And then you can work up to introducing some negative space, some sort of a slant. We're gonna raise up, okay? Then I'm gonna go super slow on the way down. I'm sort of counting like a long 4, a long 6 in my head, heels come back down. Maybe I go up on a faster 2 count, and then I count down slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Also a good exercise sort of in timing. Now, you don't need many of these to make it really effective. And I would start super low and easy, 1 set of 10.